Hello and welcome to F124. Today I'm gonna start a new journey, a journey through not only F1 but also a journey through making content on YouTube, as this is my first video. And yeah, today I'm gonna start a driver career, and you will soon see who I chose. But before revealing any of that, I'm gonna just complete some settings here, and as you can see, full race calendar. It's gonna be a 24 race calendar for this season. I mean, at least the start season, but otherwise probably 16 races. And then, yeah, a couple other important settings I just wanted to show. I want there to be a lot of red flags and yellow flags and a lot of safety cars, because it makes it more interesting. So, of course, I've increased that with the feature in the game. And also a lot of other features, like you can see here, I have put my flashback limit to low, because I am basically just a really inconsistent driver, and for to still be interesting to watch, I wanted it to not just be me crashing out all the time or me flashbacking all the time. So I've set a limit, and it should make things more interesting. And here now I'm choosing official driver, custom driver. But I think the custom driver choice in this game is really bad, because you can only have one suit and one helmet, and it's really not interesting. So I was kind of forced to take an official driver, and through there I had one in mind, and you can see now, and also through the title, Daniel Ricciardo. Multiple race winner, 8 wins, but he's still not won a single championship, so I hope to see if I can bring him up to the top step, and a few more victories and a championship. See how we can do that, and maybe see if we can get up to Red Bull or another team, or maybe just make VCARB Racing Bulls a really good team to win the championship. And here on the right you can see some stats around the team. Not the best, but not the worst at all either. So we're just gonna roll with it, and I will let it speak for itself now.
Finally, let's do this for real. Sorry it took so long. You know what these legal types are like? Yes, sir. No, sir. Here's 80 pages of needless jargon, sir. Anyway, believe it or not, this is my excited face. Come on. Let me show you what we've got. So, all the usual stuff. Merchandising, likeness, blah, blah, blah. But the really juicy stuff is their expectation of you. They need you to challenge yourself all season, be the best you can be, dominate your teammate, become a legend. All that jazz. Now, it's over to you.
So now I'm set with a choice, and I have to choose my rating goal for the season. And you can see how this affects how much recognition I get, and the more the better, because then we unlock secret upgrades and such. So I thought, let's go a bit higher than recommended, but still not top, to kind of challenge ourselves, but not too much. As we see Ricciardo just standing still for himself. I don't know, it seems kinda goofy, but yes, we are now at our house, and we are even closer now to beginning our championship. And yeah, because we chose someone we already have in the game, some accolades you could see there, and yeah, I just wanna skip forward, and you can see the grid line up here. But with that out of the way, let's just get into the race weekend and not wait any longer. And yeah, cutscene here as well. And here we are now at the desk, looking around to see our fellow employees. And yeah, let's just get into some practice. The first one you always have to drive in a career. So yeah, just a little bit of footage here and a tutorial, but yeah, I don't really need that. So I chose to do the track accumulation, and yeah, I'm just gonna cut around a bit. You had to set 470 points. Didn't quite get it on the first attempt, but yeah, managed to snatch it on the second one. And yeah, as you can see here, Sonoda in a P6, and me not even close, but I was also on the hard compound and just testing out some limits. So yeah, I'm not too disappointed, but yeah, let's see what we can get of resource points in these quick practices. And we can see here 250 points. Not too much compared to the other career modes I've tried, but yeah, a bit of rating as well. And yeah, now we start the qualifying. Now getting into qualifying, and I really just wanted here to get out of Q1. The car is not the best, but I think I still need to perform. Remember, Ricciardo has been in this sport for a long time, and it would look weird just to be P20. So let's see if we can get out of Q1 with this lap, and I'm just gonna actually let it play with full audio so you can enjoy it. So yeah, not the best lap, but it was a banker, and yeah, tried to keep it within the track limits. Of course, I'm on regular, so it might have looked a bit odd at some points, but I really just don't like the strict. But yeah, we managed to get through to Q2, and let's skip ahead to Q2 now then. Yeah, not the best lap, only a banker, and I did know I had to drive another lap, so yes, I switched my tires, and that lap was only good enough for 14th, so I drive out here again, and yeah, this one will actually be able to commentate. Braking at the 100 baud for turn 1, and down to first gear turning in. Yeah, a bit of slide rear on the exit there, but keep it most pinned. And yeah, only a 100th down at this point. And going all the way to the outside, down to third. It could also maybe be second. Could be both, I think. And then on the ERS here, and down to fifth, turning in aggressively. Trying to keep it gas pinned as well here. This is a really tricky one not to lock up and not to miss the apex, but I think I managed pretty well. Going on the ERS again. 7th gear, down to... Yeah, I mess up lock up, but down to first. Really wide, and yeah, of course not in track limits, but I don't think I gained too much and didn't get a penalty. Down to 4th gear here. Trying to cut it a little bit, but it can also send you flying a bit that curb, so not too much. Going up to 7th here, going to the outside, braking. Yeah, I'm lucky to have the line with the assist. I don't know where to brake really normally through that corner, but yeah, using all my ERS because this is really an important lap. Braking a bit after the curb here. Yeah, maybe hit the curb a bit too much, but it's not too bad, and 4.5 tenth improvement at the line, turning on the DRS, and let's see what we got. And it's an 8th place, so really it was good enough for Q3. I think it was actually a pretty good lap, and I think maybe a bit outperforming the car, as we can see. Tsunoda also, I think I actually knocked him out, so he's P11. But yeah, the best VCARB is Ricciardo in this situation, and you can see here switching tires to some old ones because I thought I would save the new ones for the race, but maybe that's not how it works. I found out later. But yeah, this one last lap I will ever do, so let's just look at it. Not too surprising, it's gonna be a 10th place. Old tires wasn't a good choice, I can see now, and yeah, I just wanted some better tires for the race. Yeah, it didn't help out in the qualifying. At 130, I wanted at 129, and yeah, but still pretty good result, a place over Tsunoda, and we're just gonna get to the race now.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We get beside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Now, Ant, as much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
You're going to definitely see action, Crofty. Everyone's G'd up for this one. They've done the testing, like you say. The drivers will be revving inside, heart rates going, trying to burst out their chest at this moment. With that anticipation, who's got the speed? We're going to learn now, once and for all.
So on the grid now, ready for the race, and we have some strategies we have to choose. I won't really change too much in this normally. Maybe from a 1-stop to a 2-stop or the other way around. But this time it was clear which choice I had to make. And we will join on the formation
Right,
lap.
here we go then. The formation lap gets underway as the drivers prepare themselves for the first race of a brand new Formula One season. Each driver will be hoping to start this season on a high note. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can, and they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the...
So a good mix between soft and medium tires, a couple of hards, but it's lights out and away we go. I have ERS enabled, of course, get a lot of wheel spin, but Perez just takes the position, and yeah, I back out way too much in this start, but I really don't want damage, so I'm just gonna try to keep myself out as a tank slapper there a bit on the exit, getting ahead of Sonoda again, but we both lost 3 places actually, so not really a good start. But now it's important just to try to follow when we have these medium tires. I can see pretty much only soft tires on the cars ahead and the cars behind, so let's see how much I can follow these guys. As I will already go for an overtake on Perez again, of course the big sister team trying to send a message, and I didn't want to go for Stroll, but actually nearly ended up doing it. And we cover off Perez here, so he can't get by. Still 90% of ERS, which is really good to defend and attack. And locking up in that corner again, getting Stroll on the exit actually, which is really impressive when I messed up the entry so much. But let's just see how I can manage this. Braking really late, Ricciardo is known for that, and we take the position. And now we are chasing P10, and this will be for points paying positions. And it's Gasly up ahead, and I already predict now that Alpine are gonna be a pretty close contender with us, so these positions will be really important. Of course we have Russell up in front, I can see the 2 Mercedes, but they are not really that important compared to the Alpines, I think, because we just will have a closer fight with them. As Verstappen sets a fastest lap, he is in the lead. And yeah, at this stage in the start I want to save ERS, and you can see I actually only at the 20% now, but I'm keeping up with the group in front of us, so that's at least good. And yeah, just the most important part of this start phase, just not falling behind anyone and trying to keep within DRS range. Of course in 2024 you will be able to get DRS already after first lap, so it's really early compared to the 3 laps you had to wait before. And yeah, I just really want to stay with these guys. And you can see now the 2 Alpines have got behind the Mercedes, as I kind of expected, and I just want to follow these guys. I can see Ocon is as well on the medium tires, but Gasly is also on the soft, so it will probably be pretty tough to keep up and manage ERS at the same time, but I will try my best as well as not get overtaken from behind, as we have Aston Martin and a Red Bull behind on soft tires, eager to make a move. Now at the end of the lap, still pretty close to the Alpines, and getting a tank slipper at the exit of the last corner. It's gonna really hurt us all the way down the back straight, or the main straight actually. And now Stroll makes a move. I'm not even gonna defend, he has so much overspeed. But yeah, latest of the late breakers, actually somehow managing to get back around Stroll. And yeah, I think that might have been really important maybe, because now I can still try to stay with the Alpines, but if Stroll got in between it could have made a mess of it. So yeah, that was maybe pretty important actually, and I will have to look out for sneak attacks in the future as well. But now eyes on the road ahead, because we have the 2 Alpines going side by side, both the eyes open, but I don't want to make a move. It's gonna be really risky trying to stay behind in a safe spot. Actually they mess up their exit, so I'm just gonna make the switch back and I get the both of them. But now I will see, can I hold them behind me, because I think, especially Gasly on the soft tires, he will be faster maybe for a few laps before his tires die out. So now we can see Russell has driven out of the second, so I can't get the ass out of him, and I just have to defend all on my own here. And maybe it could actually be a smart move just to let one of them go, so I could get their DRS and save my tires and my ERS behind them as well. And as we go through this corner, a massive tank slapper again, having a lot of issues with oversteer and wheel spin in this car. But we can see now at the left side of the screen something new for this game. Objectives, and my engineer has told me, avoid engines staying above 138 degrees for 10 seconds per lap. I won't maybe take every single one of these too seriously, but I think I will definitely go a bit for them all the time, and sometimes more than others. But now we're gonna screw the objective. Now think about the Gasly behind, going on the left side, trying to overtake as I went defensive, but yeah, he has the DRS and ERS and overspeed just to get ahead. So now trying to stay with him again, and Russell still over a second in front of him, as now we are the ones getting DRS instead of Gasly. And it would be really clever to try to stick with him here now when he has the soft tires, so we can get the speed without having to use our tires too much. And now we dive into the pits. 8 laps on this tire, and the left front is completely dead, 60%. And I couldn't feel too much. The car just generally doesn't feel too good, so let's get some upgrades on the car with focus in mind of getting the tires to last longer and making the car less oversteery. As we get held up in the pits, luckily still out in front of the Alpine, but I don't know why I was held up, because I'm so far behind Russell and it just lost me time there. Really annoying. And now we are down in 19th and 20th place with Ocon here. And he actually went on the soft, so we have to try to stick in front of him here. But it will be tough when he has the soft tire. He's just gonna be better all around and pace and on tires and on grip and turn in, on acceleration zone, so it will just be tough. And I think the Alpine, I don't remember, but I think they were just above or at least really close to the VCARB, so we don't really have too much to defend with here. And maybe we should just make the same strategy once again, trying to get behind him and just utilize him having or giving us the DRS. And let's see what happens here on the back straight. And I actually think it's too early to make him get past, because he will lose us some time in the section here with the turns. So sticking ahead still, and now we are 3 seconds behind Josh Russell. And let's just skip ahead a bit. And now as we make our way to the start-finish straight, where I have my master plan ready, and I'm gonna make, I don't even have any ears, but I'm just gonna make myself vulnerable. And now Ocon is gonna just take the position with the overspeed as everyone else, and we're gonna actually see Gasly there. It's important to stay in front of him, especially when he is on the hard tires, we can see. So yeah, sticking ahead of him, luckily going on the outside there. And now our objective is to stay behind Ocon and stay within his DRS when he's on the soft tire. And we are making our way back to the start-finish straight, still within Ocon's DRS range, thankfully 1 lap later. And we have saved up a little bit of ERS. I'm not even gonna use it too much here. I just I was closer to Ocon than I thought, so actually trying to go for the overtake here. Maybe his tires are not that good, or he's just a bit slow, or maybe has some damage, I don't know. But we're just gonna try to make the overtake here. Really aggressive, pushing him onto the curb there, and we are gonna force our way through. And he won't make a dive or anything, so we keep the position now. And now 50% ERS, staying in front of Ocon and Gasly. It says P11 right now, but I think it's going to be effectively P9, because there are some slow guys up ahead. Skipping ahead, and now P9. We get an objective from Mark saying achieve an average lap time of 1:35.4 pretty much. So we have 4 laps to do that, and I don't know, these objectives, you can look in the top right, my best lap is 3 seconds faster, 2.5 seconds faster than that, so it's not gonna be too tough, and these tires are not really that bad yet. So yeah, so this should be pretty easy, as I still stay ahead of Ocon and Gasly, actually saving up ERS. And now we enter the last part of the track, but you can see a master plan play out here, as I use pretty much all of my ERS I've saved up, because I saw the gap to Ocon was 8.5 tenths, so just really pushing, braking late, turning in aggressively, and now the gap is over a second, so just really trying to break out of this DRS here so they cannot follow, because I think I am a bit faster than them, and if I am that, I really want to utilize the pace and just get ahead of them and secure this 9th place in the race, because these are important points in the championship, especially at this stage. So yeah, just pushing. And you can see still over a second, so we actually managed to break away, which is really nice. And now no ERS left, but it won't really matter if I just have the pace. And also the average lap time is, you can see, 2.5 seconds pretty much. I'm faster, so still really easy, and I have 3 laps until I complete it. Now seeing if I can catch up to the Mercedes ahead, but I don't imagine I will. But always open for surprises, that would be nice. At the end of the lap, actually managing to bring up the gap a little bit and getting a bit closer, not really, to the Mercedes. And you could hear in the background Mark saying approaching pit. So in 2 laps we are gonna go into the pits again. Yeah, and now Gasly actually somehow he not only managed to overtake Ocon, which is on the soft tire, but with his hard tire he managed to get ahead of him and within the second of me. And I haven't been driving bad. I can see my tires are a bit bad, but yeah, I'm really impressed by how fast he suddenly got. And it will be tough actually to last now it's gonna be 1 lap with keeping him behind until I go into the pits for the last time in this race, and I will go on the hard tire. And yeah, we can see here on the right side, lap 17 to 18, the pit window, but actually my screen went into black, so I couldn't see anything. And I decided to pull out the settings because, yeah, just really couldn't see anything. But it got back on, and yeah, it was really scary. And if it happened in the corner, it would really have maybe messed up a lot. Thankfully, it didn't mess up at anything. Gasly getting even closer now, not going for the attempt. But yeah, just let's skip ahead and we're gonna go to the pits. Now diving into the pits, and this is so dumb. It actually ruins my objective. Even though I did all of the 4 laps, I just didn't cross the start finish line because I went into the pits, and now I don't get the reward, so it's a bit annoying. But yes, again, optimal turn in. Please not get me blocked this time, and yes, it's a bit better. Now on the hard tire, let's see where we get out. It's not gonna be pretty, but I can see an Alpine getting closer on the minimap. It's Ocon again on the hard tire. Let's see if we can keep in front. It's gonna be close. And can we block him on exit? Yes. So we managed to keep the position. And it looks like I can also keep the position through this corner. And it's really important because I don't want to lose any time being behind him. So yes, this another tank slipper there. Fast forwarding a bit. P11 is still going to be P9 with the slow cars, I think, in front when they pit. So yeah, getting into the last couple of laps here. Ocon actually trying to make a dive, but I have it blocked. And actually something you can see here, Perez in the top left, 2 positions behind me. Just extremely impressive that I can beat a Red Bull driver. And I think this should be noted by the guys at the big sister team. Just to yeah, I really want that seat. The car is much better than this oversteery piece of junk. So yeah, this will I hope send a message, as we have gotten a new objective to charge ERS to around 55%. And yeah, I want to use it a bit, so a little bit annoying, but yeah, I also want to save, so it's maybe fine, but I really have to use it if necessary when Ocon is gonna try to get the overtake done. Going on to lap 21 now, we see Magnussen diving into the pits, which is nice, confirming that we are in the points positions again. And I think another Haas is up the road, so when he gets into the pits, we will be even further up. But that's not important at the moment, because we have Ocon diving up the inside and actually getting past. I maybe didn't defend enough. I don't think it's the biggest problem, because I think I can just get back up ahead if I manage to scoot. And yeah, staying right up his rear here. So keeping close. As Perez is actually getting closer behind, and you can see Gasly right behind him as well. So yeah, me and the Alpines have been close all race long. So yeah, you can really see the rivalry we're gonna have if this keeps going.
Yes, mate, we hit
Getting
the
the
target.
ice here,
Nice
and
work.
recharged earlier is up, which gave racecraft, so really good in the driver rating. Going on to lap 22 now, and Perez is really close. We have the ERS, he has the ERS, Ocon doesn't have the ERS, so maybe we can catch up to him. It's not gonna be a dive, but I'm trying to go around the outside, brake way too late, locking up, going wide. Perez sees the opportunity as soon as it gets there, and yeah, I want to get back past with all my ears, so using that, going on the outside, 8th gear, braking late and turning in, and then yeah, we make contact. Yeah, frustration, because I didn't want to lose that position out of nowhere. A small mistake cost a lot here, and yeah, now we have damage as well, and it's immediately noticeable. I'm frustrated here at Prix, even though now I'm looking at it, it might be my mistake, but I will do anything for this position, as it is gonna be one place, but he locks up, and I couldn't slow down there. He gave me front wing damage. Now it's gonna be so bad to drive with this, and it's gonna be if I can survive with this for 7 laps, as I dive, completely crashing into him in just utter frustration, trying to get every position here, but the car, you can see, just understeers. It's so unnecessary aggression here, and Perez still right behind us. I'm just annoyed, and might not even be a mistake by Perez, and yeah, unnecessary in the end, and hitting him again for good measure, trying to brake late, and I feel a bit brake checked there, going onto the straight here again. Wanted to get past Perez, but now I've used up all my ears, so there's not much to do. I'm really desperate. I need that inside, and I'm gonna send it. Going into first gear, braking way too late, going even nearly off track, losing the position to Perez. Gasly, now Stroll is right behind us. What went from P9, now P12, as Stroll goes up the inside, and he's just gonna get it easy. As lock up again, understeer. Yeah, the car is undrivable. I slow down because I see it's Tsunoda, and I want to let him by, not cause trouble, and the car just won't turn. I'm gonna go off track here, hitting a board for good measure, and now P16. It's all gone downhill really quickly, and I need to see if I can salvage anything. Going box this lap to my engineer, and we even get overtaken by a kick Sauber, and that is just, yeah, I'm getting ashamed now. Diving into the pits, going on new set of softs, not even the new set I saved, so it must have only been a quali set. Yes, Hülkenberg getting fastest lap. He was on the soft, so he might have as well have gotten some contact, but yeah, optimal turn in, still 7.6 seconds, so it's gonna cost a really long time for us. And yeah, going down to P20 now, a bit slow in the exit there as well. Yeah, but now trying to salvage anything, trying to go for fastest lap. 65% of ERS, soft tires a bit used, but it should be possible. The fastest lap is on a Haas right now, so should be able to do it. Braking late, first gear. This is much like a quali lap, going already 3/10 faster than my PB already now, and from 9 seconds behind Sargent, already gaining a second in the first couple of turns, so we might be able to get a couple of positions. Sadly, it won't be anywhere near getting the points, which is really annoying after what felt like a really good race, and I am disappointed, but I don't think I did much too wrong, and I will just have to bounce back in the future as we go into the tricky corner, having a massive lockup as always. 8/10 up on my fastest lap, and I will be impressed if this Haas driver of Hülkenberg has gone faster than this, because now I'm gonna set a really good PB, more than a second faster if I don't mess up this last sector. So let's see what it's gonna be. Finishing the lap now, what is it gonna be? And it's not even gonna be a fastest lap, so I can't even get that. It's a 0.6, and I believe Hülkenberg went more than a 10 faster, as now Ocon has retired. Would have liked to see Perez retire instead, but yeah, it's good in the team championship. Maybe he would have gotten points, so good to see him retire as well. It sounds weird to kind of pray for other people's misfortune, but here I'm frustrated. trying to salvage this now. P18 Sergeant going really slowly, and I'm just gonna take the first opportunity here, diving down the inside, but it's not even that big of a dive. Getting the position easy. And now we will chase after a show. We have 1 lap, and we cut to the end here, and it's still gonna be 2 seconds. So there's gonna be P18, and there's even 1 DNF, so the second last finishing runner. Really disappointing after what seemed so promising.
It's another victory and a champion's performance from Max Verstappen.
Well, you're always unsure of the competition and what your opponents have been able to do in the off-season, Crofty, but they've come here today, they've delivered the performance that you dream about, and wow, did they make that car sing today. Really impressive stuff.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
And congratulations to Max Verstappen for winning the race. Always good to see the sister team doing well, but bittersweet when we have such a bad result ourselves. And it's hard to take it with a smile. But yeah, you just have to be happy and hope that you are gonna eventually end up in that seat, or at least improve your own car. But yeah, Max Verstappen and then 2 Ferrari drivers. It seemed pretty dominating, to be honest. As we go to the results screen here, we can see they won. Verstappen won by 10 seconds, and then a further 9 down to this 3rd place driver. And Tsunoda actually beat Perez, so I'm really happy. He got 1 point, but we're gonna be behind Alpine because he only got 1 point and the Alpine got 2. And we can see here, more than a 10th slower than Hülkenberg. So yeah. But that is what we ended up with in this episode. I really would like some feedback on how I did, because everything I could get now would be really nice in the starting phase of my channel. And yeah, I hope you like, subscribe and comment. But otherwise, I'll just see you next time.